YouTube, what's good, man? Welcome to Chiefs Fan Center. Please like and subscribe. It's been a minute, man. 2 weeks since our last competitive game. Of course, won the Kuva Cup over the weekend, but it's the real deal now. On to bigger things. It's a Color Knockout Cup game versus Supersport, round of 16 at Polokwane, 8 o'clock on Saturday. It's the match preview with Chiefs Fan Center. Let's go, man. So to begin the video off, I'll be doing a predicted lineup for Kaizer Chiefs. So here it is, man. Sebonga, you're always picking the same lineup. Of course, man, I'm not the coach. Nabi seems to be picking the same lineup every single week. And it's justified, man, because we're at a point in the season where the season has just started. We're playing maximum one game per week. The games aren't coming thick and fast. So Nabi is maximizing on his strongest team. And you could also argue that the drop-off in quality when you remove some of the players in that lineup is visible. Serino's our best player by a mile, so you can't be affording to be rotating Serino in games. And then when you could argue that when you remove Cross, who's there? There's not a left back that Nabi seems to rate. Doesn't rate Mashiane. Bongane Sam is yet to be proven injury prone. And then you have Reed Fosler. You could argue Solomons and Fosler on the same level, but Nabi seems to not trust Solomons. And then Jabulo Blom, the only CDM that we have in the squad since Oxum Tetwa is written off. Ntusha Walala. You could argue Tanzania, but Tanzania has been injury prone, so there's no one to replace Shabalala. So Nabi can't rotate his players. He can't afford to be rotating players at this point in the season, and especially a cup game. I don't see him making any changes to the lineup that he starts against. That he picked it for Sundowns. You could argue maybe Duba. Vilagazi for Duba. That's the only change that I see. Once again, Chivaviro, you could argue that Dupree is a better player, but I think Nabi prefers a traditional number 9. So I think Dupree, it's a long way back for him back in the lineup. So this is the team that I'm going with. So you could argue that maybe since Nabi's also knew that he is, the players are still trying to prove themselves. You could argue that Dupree, Modi, Castillo, Msimango, Ditlokwe, Ox himself, Dupree, these are very good players that can be starting players. But they still have to prove themselves under Coach Nabi. It seems like they're still trying to earn Coach Nabi's trust. So that could be the reason why these players aren't being picked as of late and not getting game time. So let's just talk about the lineup itself then. Ndwari, Dotli, Ignacio, Miguel, Fosler, Cross, that back five. There's chemistry there. I'm starting to see them trust each other. As Ignacio Miguel, man, like as every day passes, I'm starting to like him more and more and more and more. Should be a Chiefs captain, I think, within the next few months. I think Yusuf Mahmoud should watch out. He might lose his spot and the captain belt at the same time. And then Dory and Dottley, they haven't proven themselves at Kaizer Chiefs, man. They haven't had like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 performances at Kaizer Chiefs. They've just been steady, but they will come good, man. I know they're good players. Reed Foster has just been steady. I want Solomons to start, but you can't risk it at a cup game. So the chemistry with that back five, I'm happy. And then Blom, Shabalala, Mart. Blom and Shabalala picked themselves. They've been very good. And then Yusuf Mart, man, I think he's the only person that over the next few months he might lose his spot, because I saw Castillo against Sundowns that second half, man. Brilliant, man. He provides an attacking dread that's different to Yusuf Mart. Yeah, well, for me, Castillo's not that, like the way he plays. It's not stable. Yeah, but you can't be playing that. The second half against Sundowns, you don't play a football game like that often. We're always attacking. So Castillo for more attacking play, but Mount for stability. Those are the two midfielders who should play as the number 8 for Kaizer Chiefs. And then the front three, Chivaviro, Serino, and Duba. I'm happy, man. I'm happy. One thing I will say, man, is the winners in this team, is the players that are capable of, who have been there, played finals, played semi-finals before. Foster has been to a CAF final and Blom. Those are the only two players that have survived that CAF final we made in 2 years ago. Serino has won lots of trophies, so his experience will come in handy. Chivaviro has been to a CAF Confederation semi-final, which Marumo Gallants a few years ago. But Dotley, Ndwari, Cross, Mart, Duba, Shabalala, they've been in big games like this, like knockout games, because you saw last season that we got knocked out early in all of the competitions because we didn't have players who are used to going far in competitions. So the opposition is Supersport, man. Kevin Hunt always wants to prove a point against Kaizer Chiefs. Supersport is number 13 in the league. 4 games, only 1 win and 1 draw. So they have 4 points out of a possible 12. And then they have 1 win in the past 5 games. But mind you, they played Cape Town City, they played Sundowns, they played Pirates, they played TS Galaxy, and they played Mamkhize. So out of those 5 games, we could argue maybe Mamkhize is the only one they should be winning. So don't write off Supersport, man. It's a type of team like when you face them, when you beat them, like you know you're a good team. Like if you lose to Supersport, you know that you still have work to do. If you beat Supersport, you know like you're a very good team, you'll have a good season. And then not us last season, we beat them last season, but you know what I mean. And then our head-to-head with Supersport, we've got 2 wins against them in the past 5 games. They've got 3 wins, so it's pretty tight. And all of the games have finished either 1-0 or 2-1, so it's always a tight game against Supersport, man. And then the key players for Supersport, it's Juka Manja for me, former Pirates player. Vincent Pule will always be a threat to me, one of my favorite players over the past 10 years in the PSL. And then Tyson at the back, and Goss the goalkeeper. So they've still got very good players. Kevin Hunt will be trying to prove a point. So I think Supersport will bring the A game, man. It's a beatable team. We saw this season, a very beatable team, but don't write them off. Don't write them off. As I always say, it's a very good time to face Supersport, but don't write them off. I think they'll cause problems, and I think it will be a tight game with Supersport. If we don't show, if 2 or 3 of our players don't show up, I think we might get beaten. And then score prediction: 2-1 to Chiefs. 2-1 to Chiefs. It will be a tight game as usual, but I think we'll have enough firepower to beat Supersport. We've seen a beatable team. They'll give us a tough game. It will be a nervy watch, but I think we'll have enough to beat Supersport. I think Pule or Chigamanja, all of those guys will score. I think they'll score first and then we'll come back. But I'm scared of the mentality, because if they score the first goal, heads drop like last season. But I think players like Serino, Blom will step up and we'll get over the line eventually. So what I want to see from Chiefs, man, this is a cup game as a Chiefs players. This is a cup game, an opportunity to win a trophy. Me personally, I take a cup or a trophy this season over top 8, and that's me. I'm not sure about you, but I want to see a trophy. I'd rather take a trophy over top 8 this season, but I know we'll get top 8. But a trophy that's the number 1 priority for Chiefs. I'm sorry, that's the number 1 priority. I don't care about Kev at this moment in time. It's been 10 years without a trophy, so we need to win it. So I need players like Mount to step up. I want to see Mount receive the ball in tight areas, pass, play out from the back, those long passes, because we saw on the weekend Samkelo Zwane can receive the ball in tight areas. So Samkelo Zwane and Castillo are coming for your spot. So play like you mean use of Mount. You are the best player in the team after Serino when you want to. Serino and Inacio Miguel will be up for it. So the rest of the players be up to the standards of Serino and Inacio Miguel. That's all I want, man.